The gang's all here.
Yo, how's everybody doing?
So you all know we have to end Power Morphicon with a bang. So we have Beast Morphers to close it out.
That's right, baby. Woo, woo.
I feel like you know who everybody is, but in case you need a reminder, first off, Colby Strong, he played
Let's
Blaze. Next to him, we have Roxy, Liana Ramirez.
Hey,
If you were just in here, you just saw her on the last panel. She played Zoe, Jacqueline Sislowski. And next to him, new for Power Morphicon this time around, I believe. That is the suit actor for Steel, Reed McGowan, everybody. And next to him, you know him, Robbie. That's Jazz Badualia. And on the end, he's Nate. The whole season's his fault, really, when you get right down to it. That's Abraham. Give it up for him, everybody. And don't forget about Rory D. Travis.
where did
Devin.
you come from? You just
I want everyone
spawned.
to know that this is exactly how the whole season played out. Like, we never knew where Rory was. Like, it was exactly what just happened. So,
Again, we had to end on a big one with the whole Ranger team and the villains here for all you guys. So we had Beast Morphers here before, but I want to start with Reed because this is new for Reed. I have this whole panel thing. And I want to know what it's like wearing the steel suit.
It was very hot and sweaty. Is that on?
I pumped you a little bit.
It was very hot and sweaty in there. It was good, but I didn't have any eye holes. So, yeah. So I kept walking into everyone and screwing up takes. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So, yep, thank you.
Of course. Of course. A couple other things that, I'm a little curious about. We know that Devin's animal power was the cheetah super speed. We knew that Ravi had the gorilla strength. We knew that Zoe was able to leap like a jackrabbit. What's Nate's? What's Nate's power? What's up with that?
He's so smart. He does science.
That's just Nate on his own.
It's a praying mantis.
Awesome. So again, one of the reasons why I love having this here is because the camaraderie. The camaraderie with this cast is fantastic. You see it when they're up here. We love having them here. So I want to know, sometimes Ranger casts are asked what their favorite scene is that they did. I want to know specifically what your favorite scene that you did with someone else up on the cast that you did as part of a pair.
Well, I can say mine. So my favorite episode was the Halloween episode, right, you guys? Had to narrate the entire episode. Wow, that was a day for Rory. So I think my favorite scene was actually filming with Jackie sitting next to me. We had to do the Viking scene, and we got to work with a brilliant vocal coach, Jim, to work on this Scandinavian accent. I feel like I sound like Gimli in The Lord of the Rings, eh? So I see Jackie, and she's like running amok trying to get like a cookie out of a vending machine, right? And I'm trying to talk to her and relate at her level. Oh, it's Ingrid Ionax, that's what she says that her name is. And I'm like, oh, it's me, Devin, son of Daniels, hey. So in the scene, me and Jackie, we get really invested in what we got going on. So Jackie has to throw an axe at me, and I get hit with the axe, and it's like, well, Jackie threw that axe, you guys, and it hit a little too under the belt, if you know what I'm saying.
It hit a different kind of cookie.
And oh my gosh, it could have been like the softest thing ever. But Jackie! So yes, that is a scene that I remember.
My bad.
It's all good. We good.
I have one. I actually have one.
Yeah.
It was my favorite episode of the entire 2 seasons. It was season 2, episode 2. I personally love it because we come out as purple and what color are you?
Some teal, something. I don't know.
No, it's
soft boy
interesting.
color or something.
Yeah, and so we all collectively were out on this like parking lot, and we had to fight each other. It was when Robo Blaze and Roxy came out, and you're like, you're back!" And we got to do a full fight scene versus all of us. So that was my favorite day. That whole fight scene was so cool. So. You did, I think you did, yeah.
No, you guys, like, here's the thing about the stunts is when you just don't have that much training in it, and they're like, "Hey, Colby, go in and do all your stunts." And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, "Rory, you good?" Like, I'm just gonna... And we just hit each other a little too hard, but we're, like, committed to the acting, and, so it was a good time.
Rory too hard.
Yeah, we're committed, though. That's what counts.
I thoroughly liked our fighting scenes. The one that we did where we worked like a week and a half with can't even think of it. Masa.
Oh my gosh.
With the staffs and just working on that choreography, it was lit. Even our first scene ever, that was just like, wow.
The first one, if everyone remembers, when, Blaze is justified to, I think he was doing the right thing. Devin was goofing off.
Really?
But you don't kick someone in the face when they disagree with you. So don't do that.
I think my favorite episode to film was, favorite scene to film was the last scene of season 2 where I was painting a mural with my mother. I think it really shows that they both started from one place and ended at another. So yeah, hopefully we can bring her to the States one day and you guys can all get to meet her.
Yeah. Shout out to Cleveland.
I got another one for you. So, some of you have mentioned in the past you grew up watching the show. So maybe there was a bit of an expectation of like what it's like to be a ranger. Now, with having access to fans, social media is a huge presence. Does that change the mystique of being a Power Ranger or being on the show at all?
It does. I like the old days. Okay, so no, I definitely think like social media does change the mystique of things. It's one of the reasons why I don't care for social media, is because I like the mystery of how the celebrities used to be, and the everything. They used to be mysterious. Yeah, you could kind of control your. What happened? Oh yeah, you got to do the sound check. This is a mess over here, eh? It's a mess over here, right? And right? I like how y'all with me, right? I like how y'all with me. So I forgot the question, but yes, it's I wish that things could go back to how it used to be, and we could kind of have that mystique that we used to have as celebrities.
Nice. I like that one. Did you have any processes that you went into to prepare yourself to get in the mindset to be ready to play the role? Like getting ready to be like, okay, now I'm Blaze, now I'm Nate. Anything that you did to prepare yourself for that before some shooting?
To prepare for our characters, when we first got to New Zealand, we had a 3-week intensive where we got to learn all of the martial arts and stunt stuff, and then we also got to work with an acting coach to, develop our characters, and yeah, we did that. That was our little character development time.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that actually. We had an acting coach, Claire. That was amazing, a Kiwi. And it was so, I actually have a really funny video of, I think you were reading like Roxy's role or something, and you were like pretending to be a woman and like saying something, I don't know, but it's hilarious. I will have to find that.
I need that video.
Yeah.
I need that video.
Oh, is this when
Yes.
Are we still staying at the Barclay?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember.
And yeah, we got together like, I think it was like, I don't know how often, but we would have like journals, we had to write stuff in and figure out like playlist
yeah.
or something. It was actually
It
really.
lasted a month.
It was very cool, and we were training like with the stunties too, so it was actually pretty full on experience.
We had really good snacks, remember?
yes, fruze balls.
Yeah, we were learning all the new New
Fruze
Zealand snacks for the
balls.
first
That gets us
time.
into character.
Bring those to the
so,
U.S.
Food.
I think another thing too that production told us was, hey, study RPM. We didn't know why at the time, and that was a really fun tie-in when we got to learn what happens in season 2. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about.
They all know what you're talking about for sure. Is it? Yeah. Some people were able to get it. The clues were laid, so fans were able to do it. Here's something for you. When you have the show's written out, and then there's some changes that get made when you act it, and then there's some changes that get made that are left on the editing room floor when it gets made to actual for fans to see. Was anything you felt lost or gained between the show being created and the show getting out there?
I have to go. You guys, I was like, I'm going to be the best actor in the whole world, and I did this insane monologue for episode 12 of season 1. Which is also the first, like, fight scene I ever did, like, without any stunties. So that was really awesome. So go back and watch that episode. But there's this monologue I say to the Rangers, and I go back and I look at the cutting room floor, and they completely cut away from the entire monologue, and it's just showing, like, Ravi's face, you know? And it's like, this isn't about Ravi. This is about me. And so I had this insane evil monologue that I was like, I'm going to get an Oscar. And, you know, and then that's what happened. So, I don't know. I have to still talk to the editors.
I won an Oscar for it.
He got
Best
it.
face actor.
So yeah, I never let it go, as you can tell. So
Anyone else have anything like that? That they did something and then it didn't make it in the show and you were like, ah.
Rory and I had a hip hop dancing sequence in the musical episode, and we were so hyped. We had these sick tracksuits and cut
Literally,
out.
we come out with I'm forgetting her name at the moment. Olivia Tennant. She was literally pregnant during the entire time that she was with us. Shout out to Olivia. She choreographed the entire musical episode, which was brilliant. Yes, so that deserves a round. Yes. And then yes, me and Jackie, because there's 4 of us that have dance background. Actually, it's all of us right here that have like dance background. And so me and Jackie were dance buddies, you know, before we even got on Power Rangers. So we came up with this choreography, brilliant choreography. I'm flipping her in the air and everything. And it was completely cut. Yes. No, it was lit. It was really lit. And it was kind of completely cut out from the show. So Hasbro, I'm thoroughly upset. I don't know which camera angle to really go to. But yes, I think we could have at least put that in the bloopers. And that would be, that would suffice. Yeah.
Justin's going to cut through everything, so both cameras are perfectly fine. He will make that work for you.
Right.
We're going to do something special for you, but before we do that, I have one other question, and that is, oftentimes at Power Morphicon, they ask the Rangers to do a morph. We're not going to do the morph right now, but no one talks about the morph. How long did it take you to get the choreography down for the morph sequence? Or for your evil transformation sequence, as the case may be?
I think like one day. But a flash morph took, 30 seconds for us to memorize? But our full morph, I think, actually
quick
doing it
memorizer.
took about a day or 2. Yeah, our morph was very simple, and it was very effective, obviously. But we had 3 steps. I think it was mostly just the timing, our timing together, that took the longest.
That makes sense. I was too fast. You're too fast? Cheetah speed.
So Colby and I were a little different. We showed up on set one day, and they're like, "Okay, it's time for you guys to morph," and we're like,
episode 8. So
Okay.
we had not done a morph together on camera.
"That was the first one," and we looked at each other like, "Wait,
and so
what?"
we do it, and it's different.
We were not in sync. We didn't do the same moves.
We were like, where did we learn this?
The
What?
stunties were like, "What are they doing?"
And so, anyway, we're sitting there and we're like, we just need to simply make our morph right now for the entire franchise, right as we're on set.
We're frantically like in a corner going, like, figure it out, figure it out, figure it out.
we came up with where we're at now.
Yep.
And
Which I think it looks pretty good. I think
it's
we did
good.
a
It's
good job.
good. She told me like neck down more.
Yeah,
and so just
yeah.
the neck so down, and you know.
Just staring into people's souls.
Yeah, as you do. So, you know, it's a good morph. So always think about it when you see that.
There was a lot of
nonsense.
chaos and panic that day.
It's always with me and Liana. It's just how. It
Always.
Yeah, how about her Abraham and a Reed? How was it morphing in the suit where you couldn't see?
From my perspective, well, when I went helmet, I had no eyes, so I had to just remember it and trust it was going to happen. And you know, we'd screw it up, and then people would look at me.
Can you give him a different microphone? That one's not working so well. I'm sorry.
Is this better?
Yes.
Sorry, guys. I had no eyes, so I just had to trust and do it. And afterwards, would screw it up, and people would look at me, and I'm like, I can't literally see anyone. I just have to do it, you know. But still, it was my fault, and that's okay. But it took us a long time, I believe. Yeah, I think it's actually probably one of the hardest parts of the show, to be honest. Well, for me. Anyway. Yeah.
Sometimes we have to like run to a certain position. Stop.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
very hard.
Then I do the call out.
Yep.
We go first, and then you'll be named.
We just walked up dramatically.
No. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead now. That's Maya back there. Yes, ma'am.
Shout out Maya.
Representing the right way.
So here's something we're going to do, and I ran it by them before. Obviously, at Power Morphicon, you all ask fantastic questions. You do. We have moderators. Our questions are okay. But I've learned over the years, these folks don't really get a chance to ask questions. So what I did, I have all 7 of their names in this fishbowl right here. And we're going to start with Colby. You're going to pull a name out of someone else on there. You're going to ask any question you want to them, because surely you have some burning questions for your castmates. If you happen to pull your own name, put it back and pick another one.
It's like an introspective question. Like, what do I think of my process? You know, who is Colby? Jazzy Wazzy.
First the episode, now this.
I know, not this. It's okay. How do you feel with an Oscar? Okay, this is so hard though because I have no idea. Okay. Should I ask? So is Ravi natty? I know, nobody knows. It's okay. Let's see. Do you, Jazz, wish that you went evil with us instead of good? And you could have been evil?
I think that honestly would have been really cool, but not in the sense of like on the first episode, you know how everyone passes out, the virus comes. I wish it would have been like a speck of it that lives in Ravi, and then throughout the season 1 and season 2, it does sometimes, you know, he blacks out, then he you know becomes evil. So that actually would have been really cool to do. Yeah. So,
I know. Can you imagine him evil? I just feel like he would have fit in so well with
Yeah.
both of us. So.
Yeah. I love
All right,
that
put it
question,
in the
actually.
comments. We need a revival
Yeah,
episode.
season
so.
3. Liana, do you think Roxy ever wanted Ravi to move on?
Ooh. Dang. Gosh.
He needs
That's
to
the
know.
heart. Gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel like whenever I'm watching TV shows or movies, I love a good love story. So I feel like if Roxy in her coma state would probably maybe say yeah, but also at the same time like, no, wait for me, please save me. Evil Roxy would have been just like, no, just like I'm gonna destroy this man's heart. Well, yeah, because she was toying with him the whole time. It was kind of fun. I don't know. I really did enjoy the back and forth Ravi and Roxy got. I thought it was really, really cute. I really enjoyed like the episodes. Like there was a one I was wearing like a green dress. We had like a moment in Grid Battle Force, and like I forget the room, but I thought it was so cute.
But then you thought I was cheating on you.
I did.
Drama.
I did. But you gotta have the tea, y'all. You gotta have the tea. I love that. That was a fun question.
All right. Abraham, feel free to pull a name.
Jacqueline. Jackers Crackers. Ooh, do you wish that in our super steamy sharing ramen scene,
Yeah.
the noodle would have never broken off and we would have actually touched lips?
EU.
Listen, I was trying to chew that noodle real quick, but they yelled cut too fast. No, I really wish that Nate and Zoe would have they would have lip smacked a little bit. There would have been a little bit of something. A little bit of zest. Let's add some little steaminess to the Power Rangers. I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
In the early days, there was.
In the very early days.
But then
I know.
Disney took over, and then they were like, no.
Yeah, but I loved that scene. I thought it was so cute. I loved the little noodle. It was so innocent and it was so sweet. It was like back in your like preschool or kindergarten days. Of like, I have a crush on this person. I wonder if they know. So, yeah.
I like that. Reed, you want to pull a name? Well, then put it back and pick another one.
It's my brother Abraham.
Wow, my brother.
AB baby. What do you like about me, and what do you dislike about me?
Are we like talking characters or like personal?
You just however you wish, you know.
I didn't like when your big pointy shoulders would poke me. Or hit me, or, just ram me. My favorite thing about you was, I don't know. There's just so many things. We go way back. We have so many memories. Yeah, it was just really special to have a brother, So special. Yeah! Woo!
What you got, Rory? Okay. Reed. Oh. Reed.
Did you ever wish that when Steel became human, it could have been you?
Yeah. So at the start of my season, one of the directors came up to me and was like, "Hey, we're thinking about turning your character into a human." I was like, "Oh, cool! Like, I'm into that. That's really good." And then like later in the second season, he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, you know how you're turning into a human? We've got the actor here today who's going to play him." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. Great. But he's a lovely guy who did it, Sam. But you know, look, my brother's Hispanic. I'm Scottish. It would be a bit of a stretch if I'm going to be honest. Or I'd have to wear a lot of fake tan, and I don't know if we're allowed to do that. But but we do. But they do. We should, unless you're in the stunt team, you can do that.
Me and
yeah.
advocated for Reed to be the actor we all wanted you to be. You are literally our Steel. Sorry, Sam. You are our Steel, and I'm glad you're here with us.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
It's a 50-50 shot here who she's going to pull.
Give it to me, girl. Let's go.
Okay, I have to think about this one.
Do you know Jackie and I were roommates in New Zealand?
Yeah, we were roommates. It was fun. It was so cute. We have so many inside jokes. It's crazy. Okay. I have to think of like a good one though. What did, if anything, did Blaze teach you about yourself?
What did Blaze teach me about myself? You can try to be perfect, but somebody can still come take it from you. That's not really a thing, but yeah, like, you know, like he's trying to be the best. We always made the decision that like Blaze didn't have a family, so it's like that he put it all into his career. So again, justified that this guy comes in, he's just like dancing around and then gets to just take the role, you know. But maybe, yeah, like it's not all about career. Like live your life and be a human outside of your job. Slay.
Love that. Love that. And when we get ready for I'm going to have people start lining up for fan questions in front of the TV while we get with this last question with Liana.
I feel like I already know who it is, though.
Right.
You know, process of elimination. Oh my gosh, I got Rory. Wow. This is fun. Okay, hi, Rory. So, where were you when you got the call that you were cast? And who was the first person you told?
When I got the call, I went home. So I was in California for like a 5-month stint. Ran out of money because California is kind of expensive to live. Most of us kind of know that. So I'm sitting in my parents' sunroom. I was living with my parents at the time. And what was it, June 25th? I got a random call from LA. I answered the phone. I usually don't answer calls I don't know. I'm still like that. And it was Chip, the former executive producer. And so Chip's like, hey, I got some news for you, and guess what? You're a Power Ranger. Rory, you don't sound excited. I was like, Chip, I'm speechless. I can't. So my short story, when I did my last round for the Power Rangers audition, where I saw everyone here, I punched down the camera, and I fell down on the casting director table, and it was like really one big faux pas, right? I played it off very well, obviously, but I thought from there, I was like, oh no, I'm definitely not going to get this role. It's chalked from here. Oh, look, you guys, I punch down the camera, the camera operator falls down. I fall on the casting director table to my left. I'm looking at Chip, Iris, Nico, whoever else is there, because I'm just like, Didn't apologize for it, so, any actors out there, never apologize for any mistakes that you make. They're intentional, keep going, yes, and we know this. So what was the question?
So whenever Chip called you, you said you were speechless. You weren't speaking.
Yes, and who was the first person?
That's what speechless means.
So I was speechless. I didn't know what to say. So yes, he told me I got the role. I didn't call anybody. I told my parents immediately. And then my agent called me and told me exactly. I was so excited and flabbergasted. I didn't even ask what color I was, you guys. I didn't even know who I was. I just knew I was a Ranger. She was like, Rory. I do a very good Erica impression for those who know Erica. Rory, oh my God. Rory, you don't know what color you are? Rory, you're the Red Ranger. "You're the lead." I said, "Oh, junk." In the words of Jackie, "Oh, shoot." So yeah, that's how it was.
And that's our round robin question portion. So now we have some great fan questions. So I just asked because I want to make sure we get to as many as we can. Please keep it to one person on the cast. All right, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Etin, and my question is for, is it okay if it's a similar person? Yeah, I think so. My question is for Roxy and Jackson. How do you think, how do you think Nate and Robbie won your hearts?
That's sweet.
Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? Who wants to go first? You want to go? Okay, go first. Sure. Okay. I think for Roxy, good Roxy, we're clarifying. I think Ravi is a protector. I think he's somebody who very much cares about the people around him. He even cared so much for Roxy and Ravi's relationship that he was like, I don't think we should be together anymore, because he wanted to protect her so much. And I think having that quality in a person is really cool. I think that's something that you should actually look for. So, yeah. So that's Roxy's answer.
I think that since Zoe was kind of like an underdog, she definitely really always wanted to work hard, prove herself. I think she loved in Nate that he was always just like, I feel like he was like really unique, and he was into his science stuff, and he was in the lab, and he didn't care what other people thought, and like he was constantly making new inventions and was always like giving it to us to help and lift us up in our battles and stuff. So I think she really admired his like work ethic, his brains, and his uniqueness.
I like that.
Hi, my name is Charlie. Hi. And my question is for Jacqueline. The question is, how would you feel if you actually turned evil instead of Blue Ranger?
I don't know. If I turned evil, so I think in an acting sense, I think it would have also been really fun. I mean, I feel like these guys had so many creative liberties and got to do really awesome, cool things, which I think would have been so fun to explore. I mean, I love doing Ingrid Ironax, so I can only imagine if I was like an evil Ingrid Ironax, that would be even better. As a character, that'd be wild, because I know Zoe was very like gung-ho, save the world, let's make X-Bikes, let's save the planet. I almost feel like Zoe would like burst into flames, because I feel like mentally she would be like fighting it, and then the evil side would be fighting that. I think she would explode. So I don't know that it would work out.
Great question, thank you. You'd be Zoe, you would cause big problems.
Hi, my name is Mark. I'm sorry I'm emotional. I'm trying to keep my composure because, and I have to thank Colby and Jazz for being there, because 2 weeks ago I just lost my mom.
You got it, man.
We love you, okay?
Thank you. My question is, when you were on the show, what was the most emotional moment or memory that you took away from the show?
Well, to relate a little bit, the last week or two of us filming the show, my brother, suffered a stroke, and my older brother of 8 years, and I could not go back. For the life of me, I wanted to go back home early and just like, I'm done. I'm a type of artist, like if I'm not like good emotionally, it's very hard for me to kind of work past that. So I can definitely understand just, loss, have a lot of that just going on as well. So it's just one of those things. Like, you reach out to the people that are there to support you. You reach out to your family. I was so thankful to have, the cast that I had. And I remember Abraham like praying over me during that day on set, and I'll never forget that. So, don't be afraid to, reach out to, your family, reach out to your friends, because you're not alone in anything that you go through, and know that, hear me as I say that you aren't alone in anything that you go through. And as long as you, open your heart to that, you can overcome anything.
Great answer. Great answer.
That was a really emotional moment. All right then. So, hey guys, my name is Avi. That's short for Abraham, which is the Hebrew version of Abraham.
Hey.
Yep. And this is my first Morphicon.
Welcome.
Yeah. I think I want to point out to you guys. Did anything point out to you guys the fact that cheetahs are not afraid of dogs, gorillas don't eat bananas, jackrabbits don't eat carrots, and only female praying mantises are the ones that are dangerous?
Didn't know that.
Yeah. And nothing
All you,
pointed out to
AB.
you guys?
This gorilla eats bananas.
That's good. That's good. And Reed, I just want to say to you, I really wish they credited you because you're uncredited. Suit actors don't get credited. Does that really affect you? I want suit actors to be credited.
I didn't even know. I didn't know. But what's most important to me is when I meet people and they ask me what my job used to be. I go, as a Power Ranger. They would never forget you. It's a real honor to be a part of the community. So yes, thank you.
Come on up.
Hey guys, I guess Abraham's a popular name because my name's Abraham too. But I don't know who to direct it, so I'll ask whoever wants to answer. What was your first reaction when you guys found out you were action figures, the actual toy?
That is honestly one of the coolest things about this job. Seriously, you don't get that in any other acting job. Rarely do. So a lot of us have lightning figures, and that was also a really exciting thing because it was kind of sporadic. We didn't know that they were choosing that. So I don't want to take the full question, but it's a huge honor. And people lose their minds. They come into your house and they just see yeah, exactly. You in some sick costume and way better hair. So I don't know. It's amazing. Thanks, Hasbro.
I think it's one of the biggest flexes you can have as an actor. Your first acting job and you have an action figure that will live forever. So especially going into Walmart, Target, GameStop, everywhere you would go, you would just grab it and be like, that's me. And I look good. Forever.
Hello, y'all. Hey, yeah, definitely, we're totally, complete strangers. Yeah. Anyways, guys, this is a simple and humble question. What should I choose? Oh, wait, never mind, Liana. Okay, so my question is, after a long day of doing these cons, whether it gets busy for you or not, what keeps you energized and motivated to get through the day meeting these devoted fans?
So, specifically for these events, the people. I mean, sure. I mean, you could be tired. I mean, any work that you do at the end of the day, you're like, I want to sit down on the couch, be with family, whatever. Whenever you meet people who support your hard work and support the really cool stuff that you're passionate about, there's nothing better. There's absolutely nothing better in this world, and I don't care how tired I am or how late I was out the night before. This is what matters. And so you all showing up for us is the coolest thing in the world. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our hard work and also supporting the people that came before us and after. We do this for y'all. So.
Hi, my name is Jacob. My question to the cast is, how hot did they get in those suits? Because they are leather, And I actually cosplayed Beast Morphers Red, aka Red Buster, in 2016 before the show came out, and in 2018, and I almost got a heat stroke in that suit.
Reed, I feel like you should go first.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Well, my one was made out of wetsuit material, so it insulated the heat, which was pretty fun. Yeah.
Literally, Reed could take off his boot, you guys, and literally a whole thing of sweat could just drench out from that boot alone, you guys. So for us, it's kind of the same thing. So thank you to our stunt doubles for being able to kind of, step in there when it got a little too unbearable. But yeah, it's hot in that suit.
It was very hot.
Good question. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name's Anthony. I've met all of you, and thank you for this last day of Comic-Con. My first question is to the main heroes. I know that Steel ended up going from a robot to human, so for the main hero rangers, would you have wished that your animatronic buddies were real? And so like if the gorilla, the cheetah, and the rabbit, they were like a sibling to you in real life?
Yes, 1,000%. I would love to have Jax. Then we would be, well, if I get to keep my real name in this scenario, then it would be Jax squared. So I would love that. And I feel like he'd just be like my little, pardon my language, my little badass friend who's going around like constantly like smart mouthing and stuff. I would love that.
And then last question, this is for Colby and Liana. What kind of animatronic buddy or animal or robot would you have wanted for your character?
Gosh.
I mean, everybody always says like, what animal do you think is my, like that first season suit? I think that's like a big question. We've talked, it's like probably a cat. So it's got to be like, I don't know, it'd be cool for it to be like a jaguar, like something like
I was literally
insane.
gonna say like a panther or something.
Yeah.
We can have the same. Also, I was gonna say snake, but that's freaking Evox, so that's taken.
That's true. Unless
you
you
would
know.
be cool as a wolf. That's
A
what
wolf.
Jackie just said. That would be dope. Okay.
Like your helmet is like, I don't know. It would be familiar to like in the universe like Sonic, because like just the face of it. That's what it reminds me of.
A hedgehog and a jaguar. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
So one of my favorite aspects of I'm Kevin. Hi. So one of my favorite aspects of Beast Morphers as a whole was that I liked how there was just ongoing arcs for everybody, and it just really made it feel good. But for Rory in particular, what was it like getting to set up a pretty good representation of a complicated relationship between you and your dad in the show?
No, it was really good. Me and Kevin worked hard to kind of establish that relationship. Shout out to Kevin Copeland. I'm shouting out everybody. I have a very great relationship with my father, so I had no idea, how to quite play that. And he kind of vocalized the same thing with his dad and his sons. They just all have a good relationship. So, we sat down and kind of talked about how can we, play this up, because, our relationship really isn't explored, the depth of why he feels this way and why I feel that way, this animosity towards each other. Essentially, I'm like similar to my mother, who we created a backstory in our character development. So essentially, my mother passed away through, reasons, and I was similar to my mom, and he took it harder in a sense than I did. Every time that he sees me, I have this rebellious quality. I look like her. I remind him of her. So he almost, wants me to not be rebellious, to not kind of fall into what she, and eventually end up passing away from. For me, I try to embody my mother even more, because I've always thought she was like a strong woman. So we have this little back and forth going of, it starts from her, and we don't know that as part of the show. You just kind of feel the absence. We started off there, and then towards season 2, how do we, he's Evox now. He's the main villain.
Mavox,
And really, they're all like really, really weird. And And yeah, Kevin, he's a funny guy, you guys. I mean, it was one of those things like he would come over, me and Jazz stayed together, and he would come over and just chill with us and have fun and go out to the club with us and everything. So we try to establish like a relationship not only on set but outside of set, and I think it showed on the show. Just we was cool. We was cool.
Hello, my name is Arai. I was the Cheetah Nick or person to Cheetah Nick or Crew's helmet. I ended up making a binding agreement with Travis. But anyways, just a general question. So as of recently in Super Sentai, we've had a few teams. We have the King Oger and Boom Booncher where they're using alternate material. But as far as I know in Power Rangers, you're the only one who has used a different media instead of spandex. How is that like, generally, to be, or how does it, or how does it feel symbolically to you?
Ain't nothing wrong with being different. No, I think our suits were like super, badass just because we had the flight suit look. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the spandex. Yeah, I could wear my suit out and about in real life. I have one good time. Halloween.
Picked up many women with my suit.
Actually, I think Colby and I were closer to the spandex material. I think we took that one for the team.
Absolutely. I love it.
Hi, my name is Marissa. My question is for Colby. So, if Blaze and Roxy could team up with any other villain from a different season of Power Rangers, who would it be and why?
Yeah, that's a huge question because there's so many iconic villains. I stepped in the villain Enchantress panel yesterday where there was 18 billion of them, and it was amazing to see all these incredible women up, in line and down here. And but no, I mean, this is biased, but this is the first one that's come to my head is Divatox is insane. I think she is an iconic villain, and she's such a fantastic actress. We were directed a lot to be kind of like as explosive as her, as like, I don't even know how to explain it, like as charismatic maybe or something. And I wanted Blaze to be a little bit more subdued, which you can see we were a lot more subtler or nuanced. But I think she does the opposite kind of villain so well, is like something so insanely like explosive and beautiful and committed. And so I don't know, I really look up to her. So I would say Divatox is my answer.
That'd be a good mix.
Hi again. I remember from the last couple of episodes too, like I remember one time too, I know for one of you guys might remember this too, was I remember the Vengex guy was inside the one scene where the Vengex virus was inside the dad's scene. That's what I remembered. Yeah, that's the scene I like, man. That's the scene I like.
Hello, my name is Mark, and my friend Jeb Jets wants to say hello to you, Jacqueline. So this is a question for you. What is your favorite fight scene with best? What's your favorite episode with best fight scene in Beast Morphers Season 1?
Ooh, okay, so this might be kind of a controversial answer because there was one day where I got to do a wire stunt, and it was so terrifying and exciting, and I was so surprised that they were trusting me to even try to do that. And it was so sad because it was the most epic thing I had been able to try and do, and rehearsals were great, and I was able to do it, and I was landing it, and I was supposed to kick a putty that was under me at like a specific time and then keep like soaring. But then when we came to actually film the take, the timing wasn't working out, and I wasn't getting high enough and things, and so it didn't end up making the cut. But I have the video on my Instagram, and I was able to choreograph my own stunt where I did the splits and stuff, and those were just so much fun. And I was so thankful they gave me like those creative liberties and the trust to try to do that kind of cool stuff.
Hi, I'm Ratana. So under the context that you didn't see the cast reveal of Morphicon, of your cast. This is for Colby and Liana. Were you also punked out of your ranger role?
Wait, will you repeat the question, Ratana?
Were you punked out of your ranger role? As in you were in you know how Evox is taking over the injection of the animal DNA, and then
Are you asking? Are we? Do we
I'm
wish?
saying, were you told that you were going to be rangers, but you're actually evil?
Okay. Oh, okay. So, at the very beginning, Chip sat us down. And he was like, "Hey, so you guys are going to be the Evil Rangers," and so we were like, "That's a sick classification. That's awesome." And so, I think, yeah. Help me out here.
Yeah, I mean, that was always the conversation too. And then we also didn't know what the plot was for Blaze and Roxy. So I tell a lot of people, at the end of season 1, we get destroyed. So we don't know what's gonna happen. We're like, are we gonna become the Black and Green Rangers from Go Busters? That was always a question. But they wanted to keep the storyline going. And so in ways we call ourselves the Evil Rangers. Sometimes that's an easy way of describing what we are, because also it's you're the villains, but you're also a series regular. You're here, it's a little different.
And you morph.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we call ourselves, and they have said that. So yeah, call us Evil Rangers. I love that. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Ratana.
It's me again. I'm here to actually ask a question for someone. I'm asking a question for my father. And yes. And my father wanted to ask you, if you guys could buy any one of each other's merch, not your own, what would it be and why?
I want Liana's sparkly boots from yesterday. I need those as merch, and I'll buy them in her shop.
I would like a copy of Abraham's poetry book, because I don't think I've still received my copy of your poetry book.
It's coming.
Okay, it's coming.
On that note, buy my poetry books, Mixed Feelings and Reborn, available at any bookstore or on Amazon. And Liana has a book too. Plug it, Lily.
Oh, it's called The Secrets Within Me. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's a cross between Percy Jackson, Indiana Jones, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It literally, he's holding it up right there. Yeah, show it off. Woo! Thank you so much. I'm done with my shameless plug.
There's mine. Woo!
He's got both.
I write crappy poetry in my notes app, so if you guys want to buy that, I'd be down.
And we have one more fan question to wrap things up.
What's a funny, that comes to mind. My name's Tommy. What's a funny or heartwarming interaction getting recognized in public for being a ranger? Just something that comes to mind if you have an answer. Yeah.
When we were recognized somewhere?
Yeah, funny or heartwarming, or it could be, whatever.
There's the grocery store that I go to, since I was little in my hometown. One of the bagging boys knew who I was, the day I came back from New Zealand. And that's still, to this day, only the second time I was ever recognized. And it was just so random that in my own hometown, somebody recognized me. And that's it.
I like that.
Yeah. It was funny. I was literally coming home from my brother's house. This had to be 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the McDonald's drive-through line. And I kid you not, I just got done with my order, and it has 2 lines. So there's a kid in a van, and he's like, "Mom, I think that's the Red Ranger. I think that's the Red." He's pointing hard too. I can hear his mom say, "Boy, quit pointing." This is real. So she's like, "No, I think that is. And I just have I'm looking at my window down already, just yeah, he's right. So he gets out the car, and he's like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?" So we take this picture. His mom still didn't believe him. I was like, "No, he's right." I don't know how he recognized me because my windows are tinted. I took this picture with him, and it's still on my Instagram to this day. Yeah. It was a great interaction. I was like, oh wow, recognize that McDonald's at 12 o'clock in the morning is wild.
It's always like those random times too. Like I remember Abraham and I were at IKEA in Burbank, and we were just like getting stuff for our apartments, and all of a sudden you just look over and you see this head pop up and then go down, and we're like, what is that? You know, and then you keep walking, you see this head pop up and pop down, we're like, something's happening, something's following us, like I don't know what that is. And it was our first like ranger sighting, which is always an exciting thing as an actor, like completely egotistical, but it's fun, it's cool, like, oh my gosh, you know, a fan of the show. And that was like, we were like, wow, we got recognized for the first time. So that was like such a random thing, and it's always in the most random places. So anyway, yeah, just a random story.
So that pretty much wraps things up for everything here. Again, this was the 5th anniversary of Beast Morphers. 5 years, the wooden anniversary.
Thanks for coming, you guys.
So thank you. And I also want to mention this is Power Morphicon number 8 officially in the books, and we would not have made it to 8 Power Morphicons without all of you coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love all of you. And we will see you in 2026.
Love you guys.
All right, now who's ready to morph?
All right, Rangers ready? Ready! It's Morphin time! Activate Beast Power!
That was great. Thank you guys again so much for coming out. Safe travels to wherever you are headed.